pick up and move. And drop me off at my baby's house. There ain't no baby here, baby. You know what? God wants you faithful. God is a jealous and vengeful God. That's where we husbands get it from. We get it from God. Right? Where you been? Where you at? Pastor Bishop went coupon yesterday. 3 hours, man. 3 hours she was at Walmart. I started talking to her like I was her dad. Ain't no Walmart. Were you out there with your friends? You think you're 14? You know, I'm hungry. You know, I got some dishes to be done. You know, here. No, I never talked to her. She said, I'm going to be where I'm at. Am I home? No, I ain't then. So I'm married to God. And I am the bride. And the bride needs to know her place. The bride needs to know her relationship when it comes to the husband. The queen or the king deserves a queen. Somebody that I can confer with. Somebody that I can counsel with. Someone I can be faithful with. Someone I can live with for life. One flesh until death. That I can talk to. That I can honor. Somebody that can instruct me. A good husband will always instruct his wife in the right path. Amen. And as I become the bride, and I prepare myself for my king, I know that the queen deserves to stand next to the king. So as I confess my love for my husband, he says there will be a day when I will return for my bride. I'm coming back. You know what I said earlier? A good husband will take care of their wife, will provide for her. As I'm a good wife and he's a good husband, I need his bloodline. I need his bloodline. So that when I get married to God, when I get married to Jesus, and I take on his last name, and I take on his bloodline, and the queen deserves to stand next to the king, and I show up on heaven's gate, and God says, who are you? I'm going to say, I am the queen, and that is my husband, and the queen deserves to stand next to the king. Oh, that's deep, baby. Oh, that's deep, baby. Oh, that's deep. When Jesus walked through the red rope and say, let him through, he's mine. Amen. I own him. I cover him. I provide for him. I'm in love with him. I counsel him. I talk to him. You know what he becomes then here on earth? Bishop, play something because we're going to end. You know what he becomes my counselor, like a good husband should. See, I'm telling you, young ladies. I'm telling you, young ladies, as you out there looking for a man, look for a good man. Look for a man like Joseph. Look for a man like the Father. Look for a man like Jesus. Look for a man that will cover you, that will provide for you, that will talk to you, that will protect you, that will make others afraid of him rather than you being afraid of him. He becomes a witness for me in the courtroom. He becomes a counselor for me. When I'm by myself and I can't handle it, he becomes a lover to me. We become intimate. You ever been intimate with God? Oh, Lord. Oh, I'm exposed. I'm exposed. Adam and Eve were naked in the Garden of Eden, and they spoke with God with respect. Oh, you can't get that. You can't understand that. That I can come before God exposed, with no lie, with no fear, with no rejection, because I know that I am worthy of having a husband like Jesus Christ. I am worthy of having a husband that can hold a conversation with me, that ain't gonna lie to me, ain't gonna cheat on me, ain't gonna hurt on me, ain't gonna beat on me, ain't gonna curse on me, ain't gonna use me, ain't gonna talk about me, ain't gonna turn his back on me, ain't gonna leave me, ain't gonna take me away. Amen. Guide me, cover me, take care of me, and do everything that a good man would do. And here's the end. I went reaching for something over here and I missed this. That's Revelations 21, and I'll be quiet. I'm 40 years old. My wife is 21. We've been dating since she was 1 year old. She's the only woman alive to have 3 babies by 9. And I'm barely learning what it takes to be a good husband. But I got an example, and his name is Jesus Christ. And he said, let me show you how you're supposed to treat someone that you love. See, not someone that you care for, someone you want to be with, someone you want to carry through, someone you want to, you know what Jesus said? Jesus said, I got to go build you a house. And one day I'll come back when the house is ready, when the house is built, when your name is changed. That ain't me no more. 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 That ain't me. My name is changed. I'm part of that family now. I'm part of that family now. I'm part of his family now. If you follow my bloodline all the way back, it will prove to you that I am of the lineage of kings and queens. Because I married that man. So here's the end. Revelation 21:2. Then I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, coming out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. God himself will be with them, and he their God. And God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There shall be no more death, no sorrow, no crying. There shall be no more pain, for the former things have passed away, for your name is changed. For I picked you up and dusted you off and welcomed you to the head of the table and welcomed you to the king's table and welcomed you into my Father's house and welcomed you into the mansion that I built for you. Then he who sat on the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said to me, write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said to me, it is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give of the fountain of the water of life freely to him who thirsts. He who overcomes shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the cowardly, unbelieving, abominable, murderers, sexual, immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burns with fire, and brimstone, which is the second death. So here's my double-edged sword before you leave. If you ain't a good husband, you better check it right now. You better check it right now. Because God will hold you accountable for messing with his daughters. Talking down to her, you putting your hands on her, you are being abusive, whether verbally or physically or emotionally. You better watch out. Learn. Learn. And you women, you're dating, you're engaged, you want a man, you want to get married, you better pick the right man. Because once you say I do, God expects you to stick it out with that turkey, with that man. I know I've been a butterball every now and then. But before I die, Aaron, my wife's father is going to admit that she married a good man. Can I record that? Let's send it to him. From a distance, call that in. Leave it a message. Guess what? Come on. Come on. And if you're looking for a man, raise the standard. Because in each and every one of you, I see your self-worth. I see how much you're worth. I see that at times you've looked in the mirror and you said, I feel like dirt. I feel less than zero. I feel unattractive. I don't feel beautiful. I don't feel precious. I don't feel feminine. I don't feel beautiful. And that's because somebody lied to you. Somebody tried to hurt you. Somebody tried to come against you. Somebody you trusted. Somebody you loved. Somebody that you gave your heart away to. And they tore it into pieces. But there is a God who will come back, who will get on the floor with you and stay there until every broken piece of your heart has been picked up. And as he's down on his knees, picking up the brokenness of your heart, he will say these words: will you marry me? And if you say yes, at that moment your name will change. Your address will change. Your bloodline will change. And now you have somebody on your side, guiding you, protecting you. There's just one thing that my wife needs to say if I'm never around. I'm going to tell my husband. I come out with butter knives and spoons. You ever been spooned? That's how I feel. Church, that's how I feel. When they start knocking on my, hey, these bills are due. Hey, your kids are sick. Hey, there's depression in your house. Hey, there's suicide in your heart. I'm going to tell my husband that you come knocking out my door, and when the God of God, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, my man, my husband, my groom, finds out what you did to me, he will change things around. So in this holiday season, let's remember Joseph was a good man. He extended himself. And he treated our Jesus so good that when Jesus finally was crucified on the cross and rose again, he said, Daddy, I want to marry those people. I want to take care of them. You know what I need? I need to be taken care of. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to love me. I want somebody to tell me, hey, we'll get them next time. Hey, get up. It's not over. Hey, keep climbing. You're almost to the top. Keep swimming. You're almost to the end. Keep preaching. They're listening. Keep ministering. They hear you. Keep prophesying. The word is getting there. Because that's what a good husband does. That's what a good husband does. Marry that man. Marry that man. Marry him. Can you say amen? Can we sing that song, I Feel Jesus? Let's just see what happens, shall we? There are so many people that aren't feeling good. They've got coughs and their throat sore, fevers.